All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into Basavan Bagewadi
Okay.
in Karnataka, India, and we've got this pretty detailed overview document
Sounds good.
that we're going to be working from, and we're trying to really pull out the most interesting,
Yeah.
most significant stuff for you from this place. And a big part of that
Yeah.
is this guy, Basavana, who was a 12th century philosopher and social reformer. And this is his birthplace.
Oh, wow. Okay, so right off the bat, the name Basavan Bagewadi
Yeah.
really kind of tells you a lot, right? Basavana, clearly connected to Basavana, and Baswadi is thought to be like the original name.
Uh-huh.
So the town's identity is like totally tied up with this historical figure.
So it's not just Basavana, though, right? Like the story goes way back.
Yeah.
We've got this stuff in the document about prehistoric findings in nearby Hepuragi and Kolhar.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, I mean, it shows you that people have been living in this area for a really long time.
Mm.
Like way before the 12th century. We're talking millennia.
Oh.
So it adds a whole other layer to the story.
Mm.
This land has been important for a long time.
And it wasn't just some, out-of-the-way place either.
Right.
The document talks about Basavana Bagewadi being part of Tartawadi 1000
Hmm.
under all these different dynasties like the Rashtrakutas, Kalyani Chalukyas, Kalachuras, and Yadavas.
Yeah. It's a pretty impressive list.
It really is.
And it just goes to show you how strategically important this region must have been.
Yeah.
All these empires saw its value and they all left their mark.
Yeah, they all wanted a piece of it, huh?
Exactly. It's a really complex historical landscape.
So then there's this Basavara temple dedicated to Lord Shiva
Right.
that was built in the 11th century by the Chalukyas. So that's before Basavana.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell us about the area before he came along?
Well, it means that Basavan Bagewadi was already a place with a strong religious significance.
Okay.
Even before Basavana came along, there was this cultural and religious framework already in place.
Yeah.
And that's really important to understand because it sets the stage for his later reforms.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of those reforms, that's kind of what makes this place stand out.
For sure.
Basavana was born in 1131 CE and became a major player in the Bhakti movement.
Right?
Can you remind us what the Bhakti movement was all about?
At its heart, it was all about this idea of personal devotion to a deity.
Okay.
It really emphasized a direct connection with the divine, and it often challenged the traditional religious hierarchies.
Interesting. So more egalitarian?
Exactly. It was about a more personal and egalitarian spiritual experience.
And Basavana was a big part of making that happen.
Absolutely. He was a transformative figure, especially when it comes to social equality.
The document mentions that he really pushed for social equality.
Yeah.
Can you give us a specific example of how his teachings kind of shook things up back then?
Well, one of the most radical things he did was challenge the caste system.
Oh, wow.
He believed in the equal status of all individuals regardless of their caste. He even promoted intercaste marriage and dining, which was unheard of in the 12th century.
Yeah, that's definitely shaken things up.
He really challenged the established social order.
So fast forward to today, and the town has a town municipal council and is represented in the Karnataka Legislative Assembly.
Right.
The document even mentions Shivanandas Patil as an example.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how this town, with its deep history, is still very much a part of the modern political landscape.
Absolutely. So economically, it seems like agriculture is still a big deal.
Yeah.
But they also have National Highway number 13, which suggests a link to trade and commerce.
Right.
How do those things work together today?
Well, agriculture is definitely still a vital part of the local economy,
Sure.
but the national highway is really important too.
Yeah.
It connects Basavan Bagewadi to wider economic networks, making it easier for people and goods to move around.
So it's not isolated like it might have been in the past.
Exactly.
The town had a population of about 33,000 in 2011, and they still celebrate traditional festivals alongside modern life.
It's that kind of blend that you see in a lot of places with a rich history.
Yeah.
They're holding on to their cultural identity while also embracing modern influences.
It's like the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
So really, our deep dive here just highlights how important Basavana was.
Absolutely.
His ideas about social equality and spiritual upliftment still resonate today.
Yeah, his teachings have had a lasting impact on this town.
It's more than just a birthplace. It's a place with a powerful philosophical legacy.
Exactly.
So to sum it all up, Basavana Bagewadi is a place overflowing with history,
Totally.
from prehistoric times through all those powerful dynasties to the huge influence of Basavan, and it's still a vibrant community today.
Yeah, it's incredible how all those layers come together in one place.
It makes you think,
Yeah,
how can someone from the 12th century still have such a big impact on a place centuries later?
it's really amazing.
And what other places are out there that we don't even know about that have
Yeah,
these incredible stories just waiting to be discovered?
that's the exciting part.
Exactly. There's always more to explore.
Always.
That's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.